She said, guess I'll lay you down again. I don't wanna be just friends. I wanna sleep in the living room. She said, I think it's all you. You haven't seen yourself lately. Do you remember that ring you gave me? I do. Thinking about you, girl. Sweetheart, I owe you the world. But now you get drunk and shout all the way home. I've been thinking about you, girl. Sweetheart, I owe you the world. But now you get drunk and shout all the way home. Let me hold your hand. We can talk about our favorite band and how never mind still blows me away. Let me hold your hand. We can talk about our favorite bands and how never mind still blows me away. Let me hold your hand. We can talk about our favorite band and how never mind still blows me away. Let me hold your hand. We can talk about our favorite bands and how never mind still blows me away. Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and those who have yet to decide. It's the real Brandazzle, and today I'm going to show you how to play Swim Down by Moose Blood. There's 3 chord progressions plus the solo. There's the verse bit, the chorus, and the outro section. The verse is just an A chord with an added second, the B, a moving bass line. So playing the top 2 strings open, you put your mid, and because you're going to be moving your fingers all over these 2 strings, I recommend using your second finger on your 3rd string 6th fret and your 4th finger on your 4th string 7th fret. So that bit is just kind of ringing, and meanwhile you have 3 different notes during the verse and then 4 during that little transition bridge bit. So there's the D, A, B, and then during the bridge it adds a C sharp, so it's C sharp, D, A, B. The actual strumming pattern that it sounds like in the song is just constant even 8. So I just kind of add little variations to that, little rhythmic, interesting things. But you can really do whatever, just as long as you keep a constant rhythm. She said, guess you let me down again. I don't wanna. So you do this, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You do that 4 times. So you do that progression, that set of 4 measures, 4 times, and then you're going to palm mute. So slap your hand down here, palm mute, and you're going to introduce the C. 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Just do that twice. Then you go into the chords progression, and the chords progression is an A suspended second, which is a pretty well known chord, D major, which, you know, and an F sharp minor for the A suspended second, the D major, and the D suspended second. I recommend just keeping your thumb wrapped around the back of it, which is normally bad. You don't want to clamp it like that, but if you do that, then you can sort of mute that bass note, which otherwise makes the chord sound kind of muddy. Really, you can just play them evenly, like. But I prefer to add a little rhythmic flair to it by doing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4. So switching on the last eighth, on the upbeat, the last eighth upbeat. And so you just play that. So you play that twice, and then you go back into the chorus progression. And you do it the snare 4 times, and then you do the palm mute bit again. On the last couple strums of the start to let it sound, and then you launch into the chorus progression and play it with the lyrics twice. I've been thinking about you, girl, sweetheart, I owe you the world. Even though you get drunk and shout all the way home. You actually play it 4 times because there's 2 of it in each of the repetition, but before you actually do only play it twice. Then there's a brief instrumental interlude, which I usually play over using just the D suspended second and the D major, just some variation of. And then just sort of vary what you're doing with that for a while. And then there's a D suspended second, and also a bass note that you put on there, that G, that turns it into a G6 suspended second. You have that, and again, I recommend you mute the lowest string with your thumb. You just play this chord for 4 measures. Let me talk about a favorite band. And when you put your finger down on this G, I recommend you also mute this, because it essentially creates a shift of bass note from here to here. And if you mute this string, then that makes that a bass note shift rather than just adding something, which would sound kind of muddy compared to. It sounds a little better, I think. I don't fucking know. So you play this for 4 measures, and you do that like 4 measures, do that 4 times just with the same lyric, and on the last measure you can finish it off with this sort of triple strum thing. Pulls me away. How never mind still pulls me away. And just let it sort of trail off, because the actual song has this weird something instrumental type solo bit after the end, but you can just let it fade out on an acoustic version. And that's about it. It's relatively simple. It's just got some nice sounding, moving bass note chords that are pretty fun to play, and it's useful to be able to incorporate something like that into your playing. So, it's fun. Thanks for watching, I guess. Bye.